So, the joke I was going to make isn't really even that good of a joke, but I was just thinking maybe the Brits don't do so well in the Italian air. You know, maybe it's a bit too warm for them, even though we're headed towards winter.
I think you need to work on your dad jokes, mate.
Yeah, I said it wasn't really a good joke, but...
I don't even... That's not a joke. That's just like a statement, Hab.
Yeah. Explains.
Need to get you like a little like online
I have some
joke
bad
course or
news for you.
Go on.
It's going to get more uncomfortable. Because if you look at the bottom left...
Ghosty!
Yeah. There's a little bit of a delay. Ghosty will be playing map 1. Assuming Leighton will be back in afterwards. So, with that out of the way, we are going towards bank. I was going to make another joke, but I forgot it, so it probably wasn't good either. Or maybe that one was actually good. It's just my brain can't not comprehend. But let's get going. Now, the overarching theme we've seen over plenty of the bank games, especially on this bottom floor, is the struggle to clear out all the utility that is on the site. And just time issues once they want to go for the execute.
5 seconds to go.
We're secure.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It's going to be a key factor here. We saw that a lot yesterday, to be honest, the way that people are kind of dilly-dallying a bit too much. And again, sometimes when people didn't quite have the right utility, it was really costing them in this final moments. Looking at what both sides are bringing, though, it doesn't really seem to be the case so much. And we got some cheeky little extension happening here. Venom's on the Warden, holding onto that blue stairs. Well, as for Vulcans and the Toxic Babes to get oldie but goldie. Rauer immediately deleting CSK, though. No trade's going to come out because everyone else is hunkered down a little bit more. And that's put Good Intentions on a little bit of a back foot so far.
Yeah, definitely not the greatest of starts. The serial laser gate's already placed, however, so not really any utility loss, just the gun and the body that is gone. Luckily, Crack strikes back. The only player so far from the side of Good Intentions that has been able to set himself up with a positive stat line in some of the past games. And him keeping that up is providing that lifeline to Good Intentions, but the rest of the team is in need to find some extra work as well. Candelas will be coming in soon. This is most likely going to be forcing that player out that's playing on the blue stairs. Fire's already out there, probably waiting for that to end. Followed up potentially with some incendiary bolts of Shed himself. Putting deeper. Cracks right behind the server side. EMP? No. A little bit thinking about what's going to be going on here. Because there come the EMPs, there come the Candelas. Rauer, however, shut down by Krex, who's playing right through that hatch. And he's protecting Venoms with the best of the abilities that he has. A little bit of a pump coming through, and the fire forcing Krex towards the dirt tunnel, but he lives most importantly. Instead of smoke bolts will be used soon as well, but so far Gaming Team not really able to get themselves the ground, the area they need. An early entry, but after that, Cracks just keeping them at bay together with Venoms. And now they're eyeing up a hedge drop, but this is a dangerous move to go for with 2 players potentially around inside the servers. And as Venoms already is eyeing up the potential to try and push through, the smoke canister is actually keeping Venoms back, which means they could try and go for a plan, but Oscar comes in with that shotgun, finds the kill, forcing them to go now for eliminations on the attack. And as Ghosty is playing ring around the Rosie, it is Sleben that will find one for the efforts. The plant now going down, needs to protect his teammate as the timer about to run out, but Cracks running through the vault. He's able to secure the anti-plant before Sleben could come in to provide the support.
little bit of faffing, to be honest, on the side of gaming team. Again, they were really struggling to work out what they were going to do about the player playing on blue. It's an older bit of Guardian. Again, yes, they had Candelas, but they weren't following the Candelas up with anything. I think mostly due to the fact that they knew it was a Warden. He kept swinging around with the shotgun. There's this idea of, okay, what do we have in pocket? And there was a point where it's like, okay, are they going to use those firebolts to try and dislodge him? Or are they going to just try and push down elsewhere? But in that time that it's taking them to work out what short call to go for and what the plan actually is, it allows for that kind of little bit of extra pressure to come in, the buddy system to come in on the side of good intentions. That really started to cause a lot of carnage and a lot of time waste that they didn't quite have. So again, Taylor's oldest time, this collapse comes in and it's super clunky, super weird. It gets shut down almost instantaneously. Ghosty grabs the kit and then just runs off with it. Very bizarre opener for gaming team. The good intentions. They kept hold of that first round.
5 seconds.
By communicating
Cracks
well,
mostly
and
did.
again, I think mostly it's going to come down to fundamentals. It's going to come down to things like that. Okay, can you rotate up to me? Can you give me a bit of backup? I've wasted a lot of time here. Maybe you come and give me a little bit of the old buddy system.
Barrier deployed.
I mean, Crank's finding 2 kills from the server hatch. Was playing behind the server stack, providing cover to Venom, who, of course, is playing inside of Blue Stairs. It's the crucial point there. In finding 2, even though the entry's gone away, and rotating out alive afterwards as well when 2 incendiary bolts get basically utilized to him, is crucial. Because there's so much utility gone, the 2 kills as well. And from there on, you just completely dismantle the attack. You took the angle out. They cannot go for a default plant, so they're forced to hop into a good intention sandwich. Which was closed out rapidly. Now, Denster on the cover for any potential jump outs. It's not going to be happening. Teams have heard yesterday that if they behave, they will be crowned good boys.
I mean, more importantly, it's not just about being crowned good boys. It's about the fact that you're still in the tournament if you win this series. And I think that's the key factor here. You know, there's loads of points on the line.
Great fire.
If you can try and stay in and fight your way through that lower bracket right now. Tank
They're
going
just
down.
tanking it. It feels like he's AFK, but the Nitro comes out, gets sniped out, and Denster and Rahu with some great cover. The plant in the meantime gone down as well, and 40 seconds counting down.
Moving shield.
The CCE shield and drills on the Azami. But everybody running around, and well, good luck trying to get that defused. At least a little bit of pressure coming in from the Kiba, but Ghosty finding 1 kill to start off and a second to close it up. A flawless round from the attack to come through, and that is something completely different from what we saw in that very first. An interesting play, by the way, using the 3 stims.
Yeah,
While
just
keeping-
to get like,
keeping your player
I
alive.
just stared at that and I was like, what is
You could have
happening?
moved out the fire, but okay.
What is happening? Yeah, like I'm gonna hold on to my, like, again, I was like, okay, is he actually AFK in this moment? Like, and Oscar's just frantically stimming him up, like, oh my god, I gotta keep you alive.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
You'd assume not. You'd assume it was them trying to play in a very, like, creatively aggressive way. But, oh my days. I've not seen that before. Fair enough.
Activate jammer. Reload.
Gaming team able to secure a round just by being able to, again, use that util. And again, it's not like they did anything outside the ballpark. They were just being very standard. Pressure on the windows, send those firebolts. Get in, get the plant down. There was no cover. There was no attempt at denial.
Going to drone this part!
Speaking of denial, Venom's looking to get a little bit freaky with it with these yokais. Key factor here is you've got to really try and
Reinforcing wall.
not only keep that kit alive, but keep yourself alive throughout the round so you can actually use it towards the end.
RET active. Sweeping perimeter. Located above.
Or use it to support your roamers.
Or indeed, again, loads of creativity in how people are playing around those yokais in the last few years. Especially after that masterclass from Rogue back in the Berlin Major. Certainly has a changed how people want to play with a utility that can kind of move around. Essentially like a drone on defense almost.
What? The yokai drone is a drone, you're telling me?
Who would have thought?
What gave it away? Denster, very close to be getting into the first gunfight as he's on the rappel. Player inside of Janitor. Flashbangs to be following soon. Boogies most likely to start working on some of that verticality. And as Gaming Team is eyeing themselves up, CSK is completely blind, will be shut down by Shed, who gets a very quick entry. Krex, however, once more finds himself a double kill, absolutely crucial for Good Intentions in his first few rounds. He found a 3k in the first and 2 now, instantly steals back that mana advantage, gives it over towards Good Intentions. It gives him a really good opportunity to work things here. It's also, you know, the boogie's gone. It is also the Logi bomb's gone from Ghosty, which takes a lot of the utility out of the pockets from Gaming Team.
RED scanning.
And he has. But his Gaming Team have this IQ. Though, okay, this yokai's here. If we can at least remove those, that evens it up even if we do run out of time. Let's try and find some of the more of these bodies. Again, I'm assuming Celebin would have called that there is indeed a Valk in place. There will be a lot of info being fed to Good Intentions right now, and with knowing that your opponent has a lot of info, it can make you a little bit more cautious. You can go with a safety first approach. Dead, getting prepared to drop with that shield. Krex been testing it very closely, getting a bit spicy with it. They're not swinging him as aggressively as they could perhaps do. There we go. Krex gets his one. Shed gets shut down by Oscar. Slevin now left in a 1 versus 4. They know exactly where he is. They don't have to worry. They don't have to panic. 9, 8, 7 seconds. What can you do? Not a lot. I mean, a lot of little jiggle peeking, but no cigar.
Krex again. Another 3k on the spot. As instantly in the all chat. You know, the mental warfare bit is also part of it. What ban will we see here? I mean, Krex has just been ravaging them on 2 different operators. Neither of them going to be removed. The yokais instead, so they just don't want to have to bother about them, and you know, that's understandable. When they're around, you need to take an IQ or something like that, and when you want to get that plan down, someone needs to be eyeing the ceiling to take out any of those yokai drones rolling in, whilst you would be wanting to watch for nitro cells, or a player that is suddenly turning a corner with a gun swinging. You watching the ceiling is just going to take 1 extra gun off the actual, you know, plant support. So removing that echo off the board, especially knowing that the yokai gets played quite a bit, is an understandable choice. Krex is on Vigil now. He's been unleashed. It is quite literally like, okay, you've got 6 skills. Here, take the Vigil with the Boss G question mark? I don't know if he has it. Wouldn't be surprised.
10 seconds to go.
I think he does, and again, is it okay? No, it's not a shotgun. I was gonna say like there's a perhaps a set of spice being cooked here. Where
Oh, it's the K1A. Okay.
Are we gonna say? Oh, it is.
Fully expected him to bring the Boss G.
And me. Interesting. Again, think about how much aggression they can now bring to his roam game. You've got the LA with the Grismots. You've got the Vigil. You kind of bait around each other quite well too. Granted, on site, there's not too much really going on. We've got Oscar with the Toxic Babes. We've got some castle barricades and maybe a fair bit of info. Those black guys coming out, but Oscar's on this extension. And everyone is extended away from site. But Venom's lurking in garage, but it's still, again, the site is nice and open. Could be a bit of the old Beta-Rooney, and again, I think Gaming Team are making the right play here, really, to just be kind of safety first, be cautious. does feel like a trap when a team like Good Intentions are leaving site that open for you. You're like, well, why have you done that? That is suspicious.
First minute's passed, aware of the fact that someone seems to be inside the tellers as they are opening up the wall, but Krex will find the header shed past the shield and opens up once more. Again, Krex has been the absolute carry for Good Intentions throughout this tournament, and it's weird to say carry when you've lost every single map, but still, he's been doing massive work. And right now, 7 kills, and the 4th round just started. Taking away that shield gives his teammates less things to worry about. And they're still trying to cover him up, they're still trying to see where Krex is going so they can pick him up. As Rauer's coming in, following after Candelas. It is him to die to Krex as well. He's just still sitting in the same spot. The Slebin will finally find a bit of a response, but Gaming Team is a complete dismantling going on now. Besides the flawless round, it's just really been Krex that's been ripping them up. He's gonna go for a 4K, and he will not find it as Oscar that gets it, but Krex, this man, besides the flawless round, had 3 rounds with 3 kills. Can we still give the golden focaccia to someone else if Good Intentions win this? A special edition for golden focaccia, the silver focaccia maybe.
Maybe some bruschetta. A silver bruschetta, perhaps.
Oh my, oh my.
I can't get over just one, the fact that Good Intentions are winning when they're not.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Bringing
bombs.
the most typical of approaches. I do respect it. And again, there have been some freaky deaky moments, and I think that maybe that shows a lot of confidence on their side, realistically. And I hope that spells a very positive future throughout this series. Again, Krex is just a demon. Like, there's no other way to really describe it. Krex has just been absolutely phenomenal the entire tournament. Highest rated player on the team so far, despite them having their backs against the wall, as you touched on. Certainly leading the way in terms of statistics for the side of Good Intentions.
Reloading. Cover me.
Across multiple areas. Highest KPR, highest cost. And already now, again, when you've got some players still on 0 kills, and then Krex is just like, yeah, I'm on 9 kills. Already.
Again, like, he's the only one that is positive from the team currently. The next person over is Oscar with -3. Where is he at right now? 3-2. Okay, so he's -2 now. He's getting there. But Krex is just farming. And to be honest, like, if anything, it's Venoms to the side. The shield is just not finding anything as Krex gets one more. Oscar follows up, make that 2. And Ghosty, the last man standing. Another 3 keys for the man, honestly. I think Gaming Team have surrendered this first half.
I don't want to get my hopes up right now. I don't get my hopes up and think, okay, Good Intentions finally do it.
They might get a map.
Yeah, this is it. Like, I'm like, okay. I've seen how this went. We also went against Tia Volley last week. Again, I'd love to actually know what was going on behind the scenes in that second half for Good Intentions, because it was heartbreaking. But this is looking really good. Last round of the half now.
Defused by attackers.
And they're locked in with the util. Look at this. The Pulse and the Solus Wombo combo. Project Sensor, of course, is going to feed a bunch of information. Especially when players are on that rappel. Okay, this is how many people we have here. So we can assume the rest of them are going to be XYZ. We've got the Solus to look for those flank drones as well. And that also helps solidify, okay, yes, this is the push that they're trying to take. But it also means that CSK can play below, actually, and deny the plant if needed. Venom's bringing out the Mozzie as well. Should be able to snuffle up some of those drones.
Changing mags.
Against CSK, I'm expecting to kind of play downstairs as this round progresses, or at least play in a way where you can kind of vault down those side stairs and deny from below if you need to, especially if a gaming team really get stuck in from those windows ASAP. With Oscar all the way in elevators, just flicking through cams for now. Again, we're looking at CSK and Oscar to feed so much info. Drills as well on the Valkyrie. It's a very info-heavy setup the Good Intentions are bringing. And when you think about the raw mechanical skill behind them, that's a horrible combo to have to go up against, even in the best of times. Loads of util in the pockets. Gaming team, though, too. Talon shields and those Sens discs. It's going to give them maybe a nice bit of a safety net that they might desperately need, given how freaky deaky Good Intentions may be about to go with things. Oh no.
Why was it not heard? CSK will find a kill, puts himself out of 0. And as the trades are not coming in, another one falls. A little bit of utility used on the side itself as Denster pushing aggressively with the skeleton key into the elevator, but no one's home. At least it gives away the game as he flashes onto the main stairs. Drills will find yet another. And Sleben and Rob are the last two standing on the side of gaming team. He finds one. Sleben, the last man standing. Hunting for whatever might still be left. But everybody is hunting for him in the meantime as well. We'll find 2. A third one coming around and Krex locks it off. Good Intentions. A 5-1 start to this map. I think we can say that, you know, that is pretty decent given the fact that, you know, the previous 2 banks haven't really gone their way.
I mean, the first bank technically did, because that was a 5-1 in the first half. Right? I've been bitten by this snake before, okay? I've been bitten by this snake before. I fought the mongoose. I've got the anti-venom. Like, I need Good Intentions to lock in and secure this now for my own sanity, I fear. However, for gaming team, they're going to go on that defense now. Yes, they struggled on these attacks a little bit. It's something we've actually seen all weekend from them. There's sometimes the attacks being a little bit jankier than what we know they can actually do. Going on to the defense, they're going to be in a bit more of a safety position. They're going to be in a more comfortable position. Again, the way that they play, especially this basement setup, right? It's very classic. It's very on the nose. They cross their T's, they dot their I's. So I'm expecting them to be able to at least hold on to this and deny the match point for now.
At least, Krex is no longer on the defense, I think, side of gaming team. I don't know, I'm just trying to get some positives out of this because it just, besides that flawless round.
I mean, a 2 KPR for the half is real good going. Again.
Yeah.
Krex is just a demon, like actually terrifying. And it is the beauty element of this roster is just that raw mechanical ability alongside the fact that they, you know, they have a lot of mileage now. There's some really good strats coming in. Again, even Venoms, like I always harp on about Venoms, like all the time. Like it's one of those things where you're just like, okay, Venoms, you have the potential to be one of the best support players in the entire world, in my opinion. Again, really hope that they can do massive things during this year. Oh my days, Krex!
He has as many kills as the rest of the gaming team combined. The old chat is getting spicy.
It's a CSK every time. It's like someone else will
He's
do
just
something,
droning.
and
He's
CSK,
like on the sticks.
CSK will be like giving it the bigger in chat. It's like
I'm in spawn. I'm droning here for Krex. Honestly, that's what the last round on defense felt like as well. Like all the intel operators, it was just so Krex could try and, you know, get some extra kills. The man's absolutely farming right now. As Candelas will be coming through the floorboards, just to be opened up as well. Oscar already super close inside of Tellers as the open area now falling into the hands of Good Intentions as well. Of course, the site is down below. And that is slowly but steadily where we are progressing towards as Rawa is stepping up. to the back stairs. Here's the drones rolling, but hopes to find a face first. As he is getting a bit of a spot due to the default cam. Is Oscar looking to take that fight? Not quite finding it, and thus opening up the hatch instead. Fuse charges are removing all the utility that might still be left on the A-bomb site. I say, but there's still one Goya pocket out there. Hopefully the opening of the hatch will be enough as Krex has finally found around this one. Takes him out.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And with a minute left on the clock and still one piece of flame equipment on the desk. Is them trying to open up the soft wall, not having any soft destruction they can do it with. They've all finally opened up on the Goya pocket as well. It will give them about 15 seconds to try and get that plan down when it comes through. Do they have the yokais? There's still 2 smokes as well. And there's going to be a crucial planned potential or opportunity here for the side of Good Intentions. It will have to be followed by a potential drop as well as Oscar opens up. The ROUs are coming down to at least block the lines of sight as the plant is now attempted by CSK. The cover is there. Is there a smoke following? If it is going to be too late. Is there a yokai? Yes, the stun just come through. And as they are failing to shut it down, it is underneath the desk. Will be found, but there's a second coming around the corner. With 2 seconds left on the plan, they actually detonate the final player. And they will win the defense.
I love the slight moment of overkill there where it's like, yes, we've got the yokai and a player swinging towards the few CSK, I believe, planting, and in that moment the kill happens onto CSK, so the yokai just stuns the guy on breach instead. He's like, well, I'm here, I might as well go for it. Gaming team holding on to that one, really well done, because again, it was looking a bit uncomfortable there. Contentions had so much util. The utility works both ways, and that's the important factor there. Gaming team were able to secure things by playing around the cellar, playing around the utility that they decided to bring. Sometimes it really does come down to what toys you have at your disposal, right? Again, just having the yokais in those moments, and yes, you go aggressive and you swing alongside that yokai. One of you is going to get the job done in those final seconds because Good Intentions have run out of time. Ooh.
What's to
10 seconds to insertion.
Oh no, I was gonna say I saw a Blitz Nook combo and I was like, well, that's Good Intentions going for the jugular a little bit, but they have since re-picked off.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
A bit more sensible, a bit more on the nose. Again, bringing lots of soft destructions. We've got the buggies alongside the sledgehammer as well. Then we've got a little bit of a cheeky overview that Krex is going to feed to the rest of them, getting that scanner out and saying, okay, this is what the vibe is, this is what we're working with. They've clearly got a Denari on the board, they've got some mute jammers, we've got some black eyes that we have to watch out for as well, and here's exactly where they are. So Krex will do a little bit of an overview, already spotting out some of those black eyes. Again, gaming team, they look out playing around their utility. So an IQ is a really nice thing to bring if you are playing against a side like gaming team, to be honest. Gives you the information that you so desperately need at times. CSK on the hunt, gets shut down though. Bit too cheeky. Left by himself in no man's land. Venom's trying to find that follow-up. Deals with Rower. Nice little trade happening. But yeah, a little bit delayed. 2 of the players' Good Intentions already dropped. Need to be careful here. They've lost the Ying and they've lost the Dokkaebi. That's a lot of pressure removed from their hands, Hap.
It is. And as the top 4 has fallen in control completely now of the side of Good Intentions. Some extra information being gathered, and still the sledge and the ram available means that verticality is still on the cards. But as you can see, majority have fallen back towards the side itself and gonna be trying to play this defensively from here on. Be recovered, deployed. Some pinks coming through on 1 or 2 of the players, and they're trying to hunt them down with the vertical angles that they've created. As well, that was just to stop anybody from jumping down on the actual window. Venoms jumps over. Cracks as well, going slightly down the stairs. Now rotating back around. Ghosty will find Venoms. And now a 2-minute advantage for the side of gaming team and make that 3. As Drills is the last man standing. As the attack falling apart a little bit earlier. What it was before. As it drops into the site, instantly caught by the Scorpion from Sleben. I mean, that round wasn't going to go anywhere anymore at that point. There wasn't the time or, you know, the utility to clear out these players nor the positioning. The 5-3 is now on the score line. Go for a quick replay. He's at least found a trade, but at that point you've already lost 2 players. Ghosty being allowed to freely roam around in the lobby.
Yeah.
No drones there to spot him doing so.
I think it's kind of good intentions being punished a bit there for being a bit too cheeky, I think. You know, they obviously had a field day of that first half, and it's similar to what we saw with Diavoli, right? They were absolutely tearing things up in the first half, and that puts like a little bit of confidence under them, so they start going for these solo pushes. But their solo pushes a little bit too blind. There's too many angles. And too much information falling into the hands of gaming team where they're able to just suddenly swing out from one direction or another and shut down these aggressive approaches.
Loading new magazine!
Can they lock in one of these attacks though? Because we've seen that 6-0 before. This time it was a 5-1. And the Avoli were able to break your heart, break your mood, turn it around into an 8-6. Good Intentions was on a receiving end on his exact same map at that point. And honestly, it would be a crime after the performance Cracks has put in that first half for them to not pick up this map.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Opening up the spiral staircase, removing the utility out there. Denster is looking for a fight. He's feeling lucky. He's feeling like he's gonna be able to get the better of him. Has to be careful though, because there is some repels going on. And with those repels, as soon as he takes a fight on one, the other might strike. Zarawa been droned out. Still has some verticality below him to hold. Flashbangs coming in. Forced to fall out of Janitor. This Cracks is watching the lobby drone. He's not getting any fight handed towards him. Aware of the fact that some are playing around on the mezzanines outside, but nothing really concrete yet for the side of Good Intentions to work with here.
Very much feels like the quiet pull the storm mode drills trying to contest this lovely janitor angle that we know and love when people do bring the buck out on these CEO takes. Krex trying to push in from ATMs as well, so we can assume Krex is going to try and apply that lobby pressure. Oscar trying to use some util to bait maybe a little bit, wants the run forward to happen. It's not coming through though. CSK got the shield, it gives a bit of cover, but he's being a bit bullied here by that echo drone. Ghosty will fall at the hands of Krex. Traders Evo, Shed popping up. Dealing with him. Will the call come through? Shed lurking around the elevator area. Denster, gorgeous stuff. Deals with CSK. And that's Kick Cold in no man's land.
Kick Cold right behind the desk. They pick up its there of Rawa as well, bringing it back into a man advantage for the side of gaming team. One still on the repels. Venoms looking to enter the site, but aware of the fact that long angles will be held and not feeling comfortable enough to go forward as Oscar steps to the side, gets his head removed by the M450. And Denster sending more shots down range. It's only up to Venoms now as he recovers the diffuser, but the Yokai drone stuns him with 10 seconds left. He isn't even going to be able to live those out as Rawa shuts him down right through the wall with the SMG. And now suddenly the scoreline is 5-4. So I hope you didn't get your hopes up yet, Grace, because Good Intentions, even though that beautiful start, is not able to get the attack on the board, is not able to get the attack working yet, and the rounds aren't super close either. It's every single time there's 2 or 3, maybe even 4 defenders still alive.
Yeah, I'm starting to get deja vu almost, which is slightly worrisome. And a feeling like, is it happening again? No, surely not. Good Intentions. These amazing defenses on bank only to go on to attack and just completely fall flat on their faces. Not for lack of trying, right? Again, it feels like they're trying to obviously cook with a very specific approach. It's especially in that last round, the timings were slightly off from a few people. And again, you know, going against Geek the other day, I mean, it was just a phenomenal map for Geek. Not really too much you can do about that, but Good Intentions. They can't let the same thing happen twice to them. Surely not. Surely not.
It's not fully the same thing. I mean, last time they were 6-0
It was
up.
match point, yeah.
And you know, back then, we gotta give credit where credit is due. They had 2 or 3 rounds, the first 3 rounds, where they were on the attack. That should have gone to them, but things just clutched out by 1 or 2 Diavoli players. But these attacks just haven't really had that same kind of sharpness to it. So they need to clean that up. Gaming team, again, it's worth saying, playing with a sub as well. Leighton was having some issues. Hoping to be joining his team by map 2. And honestly, if they manage to take this map home, again, Ghosty's done a wonderful job of late second step in.
Reloading. Cover me.
Again, Good Intentions, this is really going to come down to the Sven locking in a little bit sharper. Can't allow yourself to become flustered in these moments. I don't doubt the confidence is still going to be high. They know they can do it. Everyone should know they can do it. It's just a matter of, again, having that sharpness, having that timing. Getting those 3-2-1s on lock. Gaming team having to pull fully back to site now. Ardenster, of course. You may come and join everyone, to be honest. You want to be kind of left on your Todd.
Light set.
In such a position. Especially it does feel like Good Intentions may focus more towards the back.
Changing mags.
Rotation happening from Drills, though. Maybe just to open this hatch up a little bit. Is aware there's a player on that corner, so just wants to be careful. Zoska still contesting around that lobby as well. Loads of options for Good Intentions. Nobody's dropped as we edge towards that minute mark either.
Tracker active.
It's going to be a big execute coming right up for the side of Good Intentions. As Denster will find almost a double with his Nitro Cell. Cracks going down quite low, but still will find himself a kill onto Denster, opening up the opportunity of taking blue stairs with a full rotations called. They're all running back towards the main stairs, towards the hatches that are in the elevator and the vault. And potentially those are the ones that are being used as well. As with 34 seconds on that clock. There's still some time to play, still some time and room to think as the smoke bolts come down. It's probably going to be forcing some utility to come towards them as CSK will find one. The dome panel locks to the door as they can now focus fully on the garage. And Cracks being 1 HP is the one that leads this fight as he slowly crawls forward, but no one's really giving in as Ghosty and Slevin both pick up kills for their efforts. And now a 1v2 as Drills is the one man standing, but Gaming Team win that round as well. And suddenly it is equal scoreline.
Oh,
Yeah, the chat's coming back. Pain, 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 pain. And this must be like so demotivating where Like, this happened last time as well. Surely these players are in their heads right now. It's like, no, not again. we can't let this happen again. We need to get one attack round at least. Put ourselves into an overtime position.
Attackers need to locate and
Yeah, I mean, that's it, isn't it? Lightning doesn't strike twice until it does. Good intentions. And again, no timeout being called, I don't believe, right?
No timeout yet.
No timeout being called by Good Intentions. Which perhaps that's the secret sauce they need to be bringing out in these moments, okay? Not the most ideal. And having such an advantage in that first half, only for it to slip away from you. And a big part of that is just gaming team being really on it with how they're communicating and working these angles. And Good Intentions just, at times, there's a few solo pushes almost happening.
Window barricaded.
All secured.
They want to go aggressive, and I respect that, but you still have to
Not exactly the ideal mix.
have a little bit more respect towards your opponent in these moments and really make sure that you know what you're going in for.
Shot cloud.
Just because you know where one player is, don't discount the fact that someone else might be giving them a bit of cover. Gaming team though, again, if they can secure this map, that sends a message. That sends a very large message. Especially given, I do think it was a bit of a disappointing one for them yesterday.
Switching to
I
Talon.
really do feel that could have gone either way. The first free mapper that we got to see so far in this playoffs bracket as well. And a very, very close start on that game of Bank as well. Don't you forget that. 7-8 in the end victory to gaming team. Shed, great opener there. CSK falling down. Is the trade gonna come through? No, it is not. Again, Good Intentions. Not being able to maintain the pressure here. Body dropping. They can't equalize. Sleben popping up, deals with Oscar. Hightails it out of there. A sensible thing to do, but again, you've given a little cheeky bit of breathing space away there. Not that it matters, because Ghosty is just going to deal with Krex. 2 versus 5 now. As these walls start to open, the pressure coming in. Jimmy's rustled, bones rattled. Cluster charges potentially could be used to try and apply pressure, but it's difficult. Lemon difficult. 2 versus 4, make that 1 versus 4. Match point just on the horizon. Gaming team can almost smell it. Drills, what can you do, buddy?
I'm confused what the lemon has to do with difficult, but Drills. The question is indeed, can you do something here? As he spots ahead, gives away the game. I mean, there's 50 seconds, there's plenty of time to try and do something, but as he gets a headshot, still 3 more to find. And the diffuser is down on the ground. The Surya Lasergate gives away the position of 1. A little bit of damage done towards Rawa as the pre-fire comes through the wall, but everything misses. The beepers now give away the game as well. The FNAT will blind him out. With 28 seconds, still needing to find those 3 kills, those 3 picks, a smoke canister used to block off partially the lines of sight. Means he can try and isolate one of them, but he's not going to get any of them. Sleben shuts him down. Map point for gaming team. Who would have thunk?
Certainly, you need to take your hats off to them for having that kind of stamina as well. Remember, this started as a 5-1 split. Gaming team now bringing it all the way back, bringing it to the overtime. Good Intentions having a real rough time when it comes to Bank and securing those final few rounds. Twice now in the same tournament. That's where you need to kind of go back and have a look at those scrims and be like, okay,
being defused by attackers.
how are we doing in scrims on Bank? Because the officials aren't looking too great right now.
You know, maybe they scrimmed, 12 rounds, but only on the defense. You know, just
Only
12
defense
defensive
all
rounds. Never practice the attack.
A 6-6, but it's only defense.
Yeah.
Ready!
You know, they just scrim 12 rounds on defense, that's it.
Imagine if that's actually happened, because some like T1 team has been like, we want to do 12 rounds of attack. Could you help us with that?
5 seconds.
And they've gone, yeah, okay. imagine if that's what it is. No, I doubt that's what it is, but that would be ludicrous. Maybe if that gives us a little bit of an explanation, though. Again, I really would love to know from Good Intentions point of view, like, okay, what's going on? Can they at least pull this to overtime? Bringing out a lot of util again. Drills is going to go below with that skeleton key. Already in printer room. Making his way to open. Should be able to apply some really nice pressure into Janitor. I don't think anyone's really there just yet. Got massive presence in the hallway though. It's not going to be contested at all looking at the lineup that they're bringing. You have to be careful about that glass though. Especially in conjunction with those fire bolts. If you run out of harm's way and CSK is there ready and waiting to take your head off. Not the nicest thing to have to deal with, but gaming team. They brought out the clash. The clash action when it comes to the CAO hold. Stuff we love to see. OC trying to get a bit cheeky here. They've dropped down to try and chase down this Lawson player of drills. He's getting tagged up. He's getting bullied. Rauer gets it. 2-piece for the round. 3 versus 4 now.
Plant attempt.
Zoska gets a little bit of breathing space for them. They're going for the plant. And it's a posty P-hap.
Spots out. Rawa taking a slow peek on the corner right through the smoke. It's Ghosty moving through. I mean, this should be them outside the building already with as many people as they can. One still inside. Holding the angle. The Shed trying to challenge those on the repels. And honestly, if Ghosty wins this fight on the glass, he's actually safe to go for a defuse attempt. Actually, okay, I was gonna say, no. Honestly, I'm mad now. No, Shed through this round. Shed through this round. I'm just gonna say it. He sold it. Oscar's right. No, but like for real right now, he started teabagging the player rather than taking a fight to the outside player that was still on repels. I said it, like, if the glass gets killed, he has the opportunity to go for the plant because you have a person still there challenging the repel. He sold it. He threw it by deciding to go for a teabag. Like, I'm just gonna point it out there. That is fully on you.
Shed. Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Everyone's probably giving him a bit of beef right now in the team speak, I'm imagining. Over time. Handed on a platter to Good Intentions.
I'm so mad. No, I'm honestly mad about that. It's like, you know, it's all fun and games where you're teabagging or you're talking trash, but it's like there's 13 seconds left on the clock. You have someone that is so close to the fuser, all he needs to do is win his one, and then he needs you there for the cover on whoever's repelling. But no, you decide to teabag. Cool, dude. Like, honestly, like, that could have been it. That could have been that. With Good Intentions, they get themselves an attack round. Good on them. See if they can get one more.
5 seconds left.
Reload!
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Will that come back to bite them as well? Because this is the thing, you know, we saw how Karma has affected a few rosters this season of South Breach. The instant Karma coming through. Maybe this is the point where Good Intentions, they get that little bit of a kick of whimsy. And it gives them the energy and the stamina to sail through this defensive round. Especially given, again, you know, these defenses, they're very good for them. Gaming team have to be careful here. And of course, where there's a shed pog, there's going to be a pocket strat. Where there's a Denster, there's going to be some glass action alongside that Blitzer Rauer. Menace of a combination in terms of operator utility. It really could.
I'm gonna go for a fast plant.
They are indeed. Going to give them a little bit of a bite here. Gotta be careful though, Ghosty waiting patiently like an adder in the grass, but the trade is there. Instantaneous, Krex gets it. He's on that vigil. Flank cams aren't gonna do a lot. They have to be mindful, they have to be careful. Shed looking for it, gets taken out by drills as well. Sleben down for the count. Glaz and Blitz wombo combo, not a lot they can do now because they're left in a 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 4. Nasty little shot there from Drills. Rauer has to try and scrap his way out of this one. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Loads of time to do it. Couldn't play patient enough. The Snakes were hungry. It's the first round of overtime going in the favor of good intentions.
Give it an opportunity to close things off. You got 1 attack round. Let's see if you can get a second on the board as well. And honestly, it could come back to bite them. And yes, it was still going to be rough in that previous round of regulation, okay? Like, even if he didn't decide to teabag and try and take the fight, it wasn't a guarantee. But now you're map point behind. Due to a little bit of a troll.
Attackers need to locate and
And good intentions, at least for now. After the 5-1 split, don't get themselves reverse swept. Push themselves to OT, push themselves to overtime map point as well. Now an attack round to try and close things off.
Reload!
Razor wire ready. Securing the floor.
It's going to be curious to see how this round goes, because again, given how that first half went, gaming team not having the best of time on their own attacks, right? So it's like, okay, even if they win this round, do good intentions still have it in the bag? Because of how these rounds have previously gone. Again, both sides have kind of struggled with the timing of things. That last round, your gaming team, they got that server pressure very, very quickly, but they didn't have the info, the knowledge, prepare themselves that yes, okay, I can take this pick now, but I might get traded out instantaneously. Good intentions have done a good job of those extensions. Making their way through the map now. They're gonna time with it a little bit.
Reloading.
Again, they kind of can. There's a slight extension coming through from Shed and Sleben. How much of a ruckus can they cause realistically, Hap?
Quite a bit. Honestly, it could cause quite a bit of trouble. Sleben himself, he's 11 kills right now. He's also doing incredibly well. There's your answer. Nitro Cell to find the opening kill. There's the start of the ruckage that they can cause. And now, from a man down, it's just a quick push towards the site, potentially to come through, realizing that there is a roam game they have to respect and cannot quite answer to. CSK getting himself in position. I wonder if that's just to watch the top of square to protect Venom and Krex from trying to take this site. Where is Oscar with the diffuser? He's on the main stairs, currently ascending with CSK, who's picking that up, will be rotating around, will most likely be joining Venom and Krex near the actual site. And as Oscar is opening up some extra hatches, he's going to be causing a little bit of a bait, sending the smoke through on the vault side of things, but the actual plant is going to be coming down from the servers. And with a minute left and smokes popping on this side as well, it is going to be a bit of a gamble. Where is the focus going to be? But more importantly, where's Denster? Because he's that ward and he can look through the smoke. He can try and stop this from happening. The Nitro, however, will do that first. Ghosty finds one. Shed finds a response. Is Oscar and Krex right now? Make that just Krex to try and salvage this round for the side of good intentions. But we all know that is not going to be happening as he picks up his very first. There's 4 more to find. With a diffuser down and a second head removed. Krex, as he breaches the 20, is trying to see if this round is still winnable. And with that, the map. He has a diffuser now. And he tosses out a grenade to open things up, but another angle being watched by Sleben as he spots the lags running through. Will find himself with that kill to bring us to 7-7.
I feel like that outcome was pretty predictable given how things have gone, but this is where, like, Dewey deeps that first half. Will Good Intentions just take it now regardless? What can Gaming Team do to secure this map, to secure this final round? Again, they themselves going onto that attack. They've not had the best of times with it. They have to lock in a bit here now. Perhaps gifted slightly that it is a CEO take. No Capital coming out just yet. Will they clock this? And will they go, again, util heavy? Try and force things. I think that is the way that they try and snuffle up some of these attacking rounds at times. Just going direct, going aggressive, util dump. To push people back and give yourself the breathing space.
Camera in position.
Again, looking at the kind of kit they're bringing out, the Talon Shield, potential repick there onto the Skeleton Key as well. It looks like they're going to try and go for full clearance. They're not going to try and force things. Slow and Steady may win the race. With Good Intentions, I have no doubts they're going to start to get a little bit freaky deaky with it. Yes, they got the clash. That's going to give them a lot of cover. And really be an annoying thing to contest against in that kind of hallway area. Oscar already on that ground floor. Heading out to basement, actually. I think he himself expecting a backstab to come out from Gaming Team. Good Intentions, trying to be smart here. Trying to really think and work out, okay, what will they bring? Their back is against the wall. We need to be prepared for any and everything to happen.
I mean, he could also be coming up the blue stairs and start firing them in their back from the actual square area. Because the plant is going to be isolated and focused around this area. Shed is going to be making sure that those Talon Shields are used to block any line of sight from the site itself. But if you then come up from blue... Unfortunate. If you then come up from blue stairs, you might have the opportunity to just shoot them in the back, or to use your Nitro Cell or Impact Grenade to open up the floor below them. And currently CSK, all he's doing is just feeding the information. As soon as they're inside the building, that's when that flank is going to start happening.
Ooh, CSK actually dealt with! Gorgeous! A little bit of teamwork there coming out from Gaming Team. Yes, they lost Rao in the process, but you've dislodged that annoyance of Clash. You've dislodged that annoying shield zapping away at you and remove that kind of defensive sentry position.
Yeah, but there's no heart breach anymore though, Grace. And that's going to be making it so tough for them to actually get into the site. Denster's playing down below. And, you know, there is a wall that's been left soft, but that means he needs to get into a position to open that up as Krex will find Sleben. Which could now become the beginning of the end. With 47 seconds left. The push slowly but steadily coming to shove. Shed out on the rappel as he tosses in a grenade but is unable to find anything. And as I said, Denster needing to open up the wall now if they want to actually go for a plant from that direction. But Ghost is still being below, afraid of the Valkyrie running around with that Nitro Cell. Is trying to see if there's anybody he can find. And yeah, there is someone out there. We'll find Krex. Head removed as the plant is being attempted right behind the Talon Shield. Shed taking small amounts of damages as he decides to go for the fight instead, but there's no time for this as he's going low on HP and will be down. The diffuser is on the ground and Good Intentions will win map number 1. They at least didn't get themselves reverse swept. They went to overtime, but that's okay. I keep saying it, when you are in these knockout games, it doesn't